got you guys here. We're gonna go ahead and get into why you're here. You know what? Here's the deal, man.
What's that?
I've been asking you to go see some movies, and you good shit.
Like what?
And you've been telling me, I can't make it. I have to do things.
I remember Bad Santa too.
Well, yeah, I think that was the only one I asked you to go to.
Yeah, it was.
Dozens of movies, but one.
You asked me once the day of the movie.
True. But your words to me, you even texted me back and said, I'm not seeing that bullshit. And I was like, damn, Gertz.
It was over the phone, but those were my words.
Those were your words.
I'll own up to that.
Yeah, you actually spoke those words to me. I'm not seeing that bullshit.
I'm not seeing that bullshit.
I think you even had the N word. I'm not saying that bullshit, nigga. I'm like, hey, Gertz. Yeah,
Did not happen.
See, I'm just like, wait a minute, where's this going?
You see, she got her track shoes on. She's ready to go.
I don't like where this is headed.
Take me with you.
But your boyfriend over here asked you to go see what's surely going to be some bullshit.
He just
Why
so
him?
mad because his bitch chose me. I don't understand why.
I really am. I had you first. You gonna do me like this? He asked you to go see what's obviously gonna be some bullshit, and you like radio. You go right with it.
I asked him the day before though.
He did. He gave me some time.
Oh, really?
Also, Bad Santa 2, it was obvious. But with this movie, there's Bryan Cranston. So there was that little bit of maybe.
It's a lot of Oscar-nominated and Emmy-winning people in this.
Yeah, true.
Okay. You mean like the Oscar-nominated and winning Billy Bob Thornton? But fuck you. But you know, you missed out on some good shit.
Did I really?
Man, second time.
Emphasis on the shit.
Yeah, right?
But we're talking about why him. And you're right. You know, hey, look, why would this not be any good? I mean, this has, as we were saying, this has the great Bryan Cranston in it. And let me see. This has the great Bryan.
Was that burping into the mic? My review of this movie.
Just had my ass up to the mic. The great Bryan Cranston. But it has Bryan Cranston in it. Of course, he's just getting off of Breaking Bad. Everybody loves James Franco. I mean, he's been hit and miss with some things, but a lot of times we love this James Franco that we're getting today. And yeah, it's that raunchy Christmas humor that maybe Bad Santa didn't get. But this right here might, because if nothing else, it looks like it might have a heart. James Franco is a rich millennial who wants to just simply marry the love of his life. Yeah, he's a little eccentric. And the father, played by Bryan Cranston, has to, he's a little, let's just say a little more conservative, and they just don't meet eye to eye. But somehow, we know in these kind of movies that they're going to become friends. Differences, they will be seen, walls will be broken down, and all will be happy at the end. Who could ask for more after Christmas? Let's go ahead and see if this lives up to the shit I was just talking, and we will give all of us will give our review.
As your little girl grows up, it seems like no guy will ever be good enough for her.
I'm very excited for you to meet my boyfriend.
But sooner or later,
This is his house?
Are you sure this isn't an Apple store or something?
it's time for you to meet the love of her life.
Motherfucking Flemings are in the house! Yes!
Oh my God.
Get up here!
Please, please, please.
Family, baby! Fuck yeah!
This is the first serious boyfriend? I remember being that age, don't you? Just always ready.
Turns out her boyfriend is this internet zillionaire.
Laird is a really good guy, and his heart is always in the right place. He ate it. He just literally has no filter.
I'm so fucking psyched that you're out here for the holidays.
This is a 15-year-old child.
Oh, shit. You don't say fuck?
Heck yeah, I cuss.
You do. What's your favorite cuss word?
Titties.
Don't say.
Titties. Classic. What else you got?
Dicking, double dicking.
Okay. Wait, hold.
Troy, you laughing at this shit? You really laughing at this shit?
Him and Sam.
Him and Sam over there just giggling their asses off, man.
The children.
Just children. Oh, they like titties is funny. If you've seen them, you would know that that's serious shit, man.
Dicky.
It's
that like dick to dick?
All right.
This kid is nasty, and I fucking like it. Yes. Ed,
On Christmas Day, I'm gonna ask Steffi to marry me, and I'd like your blessing.
The answer is no.
Why don't you give me a few days to win you over? By Christmas morning, you're gonna be calling me son. I'm gonna be calling you dad.
Don't think that's gonna happen.
I think it's gonna, Dad.
Dylan,
what, Dad?
Stop that.
All right, Dad.
Yes, sir, Bob.
You could be dating anyone. Why Laird?
He makes me really happy.
I think it's going great. I think they've already accepted me.
I'm getting a little bit of a different vibe.
That kid is wrapping his tentacles around every member of this family.
You even got a tattoo with his name on it.
Oh, no. That is so cute.
You are not the guy we want our daughter marrying.
You want to play with me?
You are going down.
You really hurt my feelings, so I bought your company. Game over.
Everybody, calm down.
I think you might be insane.
I am. Insanely in love with your daughter.
Miss, you okay?
Where's Scotty? Oh my God, he's under the moose.
He's teabagging you, bro.
Damn, Martin's had a Vietnam flashback over here. Oh no.
Oh God. About to be right there with you. You jumped to go to this shit. You ought to be a damn shame of yourself. You fucking.
I was politely asked to come.
You know son.
Phrasing.
Yes, of course. If your man asks you to, of course you will. You know?
Thanks for coming, girl.
You got it, man.
But
Double dicking.
you know what? Here, look. Some things we just got to jump on and just say it's bullshit. And this is it right here. All we can do is just tell you why.
Being generous.
You know what's that?
You being generous.
Yeah, people. I mean, just in case y'all ain't gonna listen to the rest of the review, you jump up like, I gotta see this. Now sit your ass down. This is some bullshit, okay? All we can do at this point is tell you why it's bullshit. I don't know. He might like it. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you for myself. I ain't heard anybody else's review. But with this right here, you know, one of the biggest problems with this is that when the audience is repeating the title of the movie, that when they're asking, seriously, it's a problem when the audience says, yes, exactly, why him, why this guy? That is a problem because this James Franco is the guy you're supposed to be sold on in this film. He's supposed to be the heart of the film. You're supposed to be kind of rooting for him. But him and Bryan Cranston, they are about as one note as you can be in a film. They are there to play their roles with nothing else but that one little characteristic, which is with James Franco, he's supposed to be the weird billionaire millennial who doesn't know how to talk to people because, you know, he's just that isolated. So when he gets in front of people, he says fuck all the time, doesn't have a filter. Bryan Cranston, you know, he's just supposed to be the stuffy guy that looks around through all the movie talking about, you know, I don't get it. You know, I mean, it's you know, but I would tell you that Bryan Cranston, and I don't know how you feel about it, because maybe I just want to root for Bryan Cranston because I know he's better than this shit. But I think that he has the most realistic reactions to things.
Sure, to a degree.
Well, when I say that, I say that his reactions are real because through most of the movie, he's acting like we would. We're like, what the fuck is going on? What's wrong with this? This dude's insane. This dude is ill. And you know what? And my daughter, I mean, you know, he's why would you? What happened? What'd I do? Hey, y'all, is this about me? No.
I know, right? Look out.
What's up?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far because I feel like he's just extreme. He's the polar opposite of James Franco. Is like James Franco is the one that's just like open and try new things and do this, and he's like, no, I'm in my ways, I'm in this. So I feel like they were just playing two sides of the same coin.
I can tell you. Okay, I'll tell you why I don't feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also, they don't say it outright, but the gimmick here is that it's just the role reversal of the Ben Stiller movie. What?
It's very much a meet the parents.
Meet the parents. Yeah, meet the parents. You know, if the son-in-law and the father-in-law traded roles, you know, the son-in-law was a stuffy one, and the father-in-law the father-in-law was the stuffy one, and the son-in-law was the crazy one. That's what you got right here. I'll tell you why I think that Bryan Cranston is probably a little more tolerable than James Franco in the movie, because James Franco is just downright creepy. Like when I say he's mentally ill, anybody would look at him and be like, okay, he has money. That's why people follow his crazy ass. But he does some real he displays real signs of being stalkerish in this movie. He displays signs of like if my daughter ever left this guy, he would find a way to track her down and kill her. He attaches himself to a family that he's never even met yet.
Stay half an hour and then we head back to the hotel.
Corey, don't. Ned, would you look at that?
That's your face, sis.
Oh, very good likeness.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, the Steffi tattoo. I got it like a week after we met, right?
1 week.
No, right on my heart.
Great. Okay, do you guys want to go see the house?
We probably should. We came to stop to say hey. And...
Actually, no. Before we go, I have a little surprise for everybody. I'm nervous.
Do you want to consult me about it? Do you want to talk about it before?
You know what? No, I'm just jumping in, all right? I'm just gonna do this, Larry. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Ta-da! I just got it done this morning.
Yeah.
Is that our Christmas card?
Gosh, it says happy holidays and everything.
What? I gave the guy the Christmas card. I didn't know he put happy holidays on there.
Wow.
I guess it's a good thing I like Christmas.
Tell me you didn't have that reaction to this whole movie right there. You didn't relate to that shit.
I did.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're listening, what he did was he took a Christmas card and tattooed the whole family, which he's never met before, on his back.
I see. It's beyond creepy, man. It is, and no person in their right mind would do something like this. But like, his heart was in the right place, and I'm not defending it that him doing.
Sounds
this
like you are.
Man, I'm not. But like, it seems like it's somebody with like severe problems understanding other people's and like Asperger's and doing something like this. Keep in mind, it's crazy. It is. It's batshit insane, and I would have the same reaction Bryan Cranston would. But his heart was in the right place.
You know what You'd be one of them chicks who starts writing dudes in jail. You know, serial killers and shit.
I would not go that far.
Yeah, that's what
he's... man. No, it's beyond creepy. Like I said, I don't think if I had a daughter and my potential son-in-law was going to do something like this, I'm like, this guy is fucking creepy. You need to stop. But I understand that it's a movie universe and he's doing his own thing. His heart was in the right spot. He did something good, but he was stupid as hell for doing it.
I got you. You know, you Martin, you tell him something.
I know. I feel like maybe this could have worked if James Franco wasn't almost 40 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, they keep trying to play him like he's just barely 30. He's 32. I'm like, wait for him to smile and see all those wrinkles in his face and come back and tell me.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, you hear
I mean, like the big thing I was watching, like, sweetheart, why are you marrying this man that's almost my age?
Yeah.
This is some bullshit right here. And he's acting like he's 16 years old.
Yeah.
Perpetually 16. You tell him, don't cuss in front of my family. Oh, yeah, fuck, I got it. Okay, yeah, your fucking family. I won't cuss in front of them.
Yeah.
It's like, stop that.
Fuck, dude, fuck, yeah. Oh, fuck, I'm fucking sorry, man. Fucking forgive me, you know?
Instead of tattooing the family on your body, tattoo, don't cuss in front of the family.
How about tattoo, fuck off on your body, you know? And that's see, if he was maybe a billionaire that was some James Bond shit that you could understand, like, oh, well, I can see what my girl sees in him. But he's like you're right, man. He's retarded, okay? You know,
I just never found him charismatic. So the whole thing of pulling back to, like, at some point we have to have this girl who's apparently smart, or at least has good diction, if nothing else. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We have to have a reason why she fell in love with him. They have to convince us of that. And the movie ends without that ever happening.
And she says why, but it's a flimsy ass.
It is flimsy.
Yeah. I think it was money. Let's cut to the shit.
Exactly. Because if you watch, one of the things that got to me in the movie too is that you have a female character here played by Zoe Deutch, and she's just there to react. That's all she does. She's there to react to her father, but really, you're never convinced that she's into James Franco, because all her reactions are like, I can't believe he did this. He's embarrassing me so bad. I mean, if you look at everything she does in the movie, her eyes are squinting. She's cringing from everything that he does. And
they have no chemistry.
They had none. Yeah. They none. And they sell you that she hates him more than she loves him. And that's when you think, like, Gert's like, yeah, she's just like, she just keeps repeating herself. He's a billionaire. Yeah. He's a billionaire. Shut the fuck up. He's a billionaire. He's rich.
They mentioned that she wants to do a startup and that he's funding it.
Yeah. She's doing a nonprofit.
Yeah.
And if they could be honest about that, that'd be fine.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Like you mentioned meet the parents, and I think like, yes, that's a perfect correlation, because what I hated about that movie the most, or those movies, is the Ben Stiller's girlfriend, how her father's bullying him and she never steps in to say something.
No.
And this is another thing where the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, this fucking daughter she knew what she was bringing her family into.
Yeah.
And didn't say a word and just let it happen and stood there like, well, Dad, why are you having such a problem with this? It's like, bitch, you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, no, you are exactly right. You are exactly. She knew what the fuck was happening with this. I mean, and I really hate that in movies where people act so shocked when they knew things were going to
Dad,
happen.
I can't believe you being such an asshole about
Yeah,
this.
Dad, I just want
What?
Yeah, blaming him. I just want us to have a really nice, normal Christmas. Normal Christmas
With that motherfucker?
this asshole.
Your
Yeah.
boyfriend just drugged my wife.
Yeah, right. He comes in the room half naked when I'm trying to like go to bed with my wife. I mean, this is no doors in the house. I mean, this is really weird what this guy's doing, and all of it. And see, Corey, I want you to understand, man. I'm not just contradicting you. Man. No, wait. This is going to a good place, man. This is. Oh, hold on. It is.
I'm really scared.
I know when those words come out of my mouth, this really is something to be worried about. When I say I agree, I know.
So when you zero in on me, I'm like,
And Corey? No, but
Fences.
I know, right?
You ain't got to like every crazy person in the movie. But, you know, I get where you're coming from because I do understand. They do give an explanation in the movie that this guy, that he has been sheltered. He actually was not able to live a normal life with other people. And I thought, man, if they played that up,
sure,
that would actually that would solve a lot of problems that I have with the movie. But this is one of those movies, anything for a laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Any
for the cheapest laugh.
For the cheapest laughs. I know, again, coming from us, it sounds very hypocritical for us to like come in and criticize dirty humor and cursing, but you know, when you put that in a movie and that's all you do to get a laugh, when you actually have characters that you can develop, even for a movie like this that's, you know, supposed to be like a throwaway comedy. Okay, we get it. But you have a character that has a background. You could have like developed his character, explained why a lot of these things are happening. But no, they'd rather go in and go for the low-hanging balls. And this is literally, man. And everything is about, we just said fuck. Isn't that funny? We just said balls and tits. We're doing dirty humor. The
parents are getting high.
Parents are getting high.
Smoking the marijuana.
Oh yeah, it's all shock humor. Which, as we keep saying, this stuff is not so shocking today. And for me, what I saw, James Franco, instead of actually expanding on the problem that makes him like he is, he could be like he is if they expanded on that. But they just use him to further those cheap gags. He's just a part of that. He's just a part of the spitballing. He's not a character. He's just a walking lame shock gag. That's it.
And also, there's Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah.
Who is in some ways is the best part of this, and other ways the worst, because he's such a throwaway, tacked-on character who's supposed to have a German accent that's the worst German accent I've ever heard. Yeah. Not even a little bit German.
You know what? That was
supposed to be German?
I think that was.
Yeah, supposed to be German.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad you told because I thought it was French for.
No.
Because his name was like Hans or something very German.
Okay.
But he had some moments that were like that were funny and kind of tamped it down. At the same time, they throw in gags where they do a Pink Panther thing where he attacks James Franco out of nowhere.
Man, you know what? Let me tell you something. I thought that was funny. Because there are some moments in the movie.
Did you really?
I did.
Did you really?
No, and I tell you why. Not so much the Pink Panther part, but there were some parts in the movie. First of all, I like Michael Keegan-Michael, whatever the fuck his name is.
You love him so much you don't know his name.
I just want to call him Key and Peele.
There you go. This is Key.
It's Key. I love Key. So okay, love might be a stretch, but I like him in the movie because some things happen in the film where they go so absurd that you don't see something coming, and you sit up there like, what the fuck is happening here? Where did this come from? And you're kind of laughing because you don't know what's going on. And some of those scenes involve Keegan-Michael, got Key, involve him just running out of nowhere.
So glad we're doing this, Ned. I feel like I know you after everything that Steph's told me about you, but still not the same.
You know, that was it. When I saw it, I was like, is that a black dude coming out from the trees? You know,
it's hilarious. Or at least it was back when Peter Sellers did it. But the whole time watching it here, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to reuse that old gag.
Ned, stay away! Right side! Tap out! No! You want to tap out? Okay.
Nice work. And your reactions are getting quicker.
Wait, so you just do this Pink Panther thing?
Pink
Panther.
The Pink Panther from the Pink Panther movies. When Kato attacks Inspector Clouseau to keep him sharp.
That was really old. I never heard of it.
I'm not familiar either, but it sounds absolutely charming.
You know what? I
Bullshit.
man,
Both of y'all in your 40s.
man,
right?
you
heard of that.
well, for the movie,
And
man.
they do this gag the whole time, only for him to call it out, then him to go like, no, we don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
they do it like 3 more times in this. Like the first time, and even the second time, you're like, all right, I get it. Then they crank it in 2 more times.
Yeah,
like,
the first
Christ.
time it made me chuckle. That's it.
But the fact that it gets called out and it's just for them to have a gag to go like, well, we don't know.
The thing is, I feel like that was for like, because this movie is obviously marketed towards millennials. So like, if an older person happens to take their kid, unfortunately, to go and see this, they'll be like, all right, I get that, and now I understand. I'm more endeared to Bryan Cranston because he's like me, and then those millennials are like, I don't know what the hell Pink Panther is.
Yeah.
That's so it endears into them. So yeah, that joke was in there for people that were like over 40.
Yeah,
You think
exactly.
this joke would tear a family apart?
It should.
But I tell you why I like him, because like Bryan Cranston and his expressions in the movie,
he's the only one who says this is fucked.
Well, not only he did something. Keegan-Michael Key, he does something in the movie that I want to do every time James Franco did or said something stupid.
I need you to tell me how it went right now, or I'm going to burst. He said no. Well, okay, but how did you respond?
Well, I was blindsided, man. I didn't know what to do. I challenged him.
Okay.
I started calling him Dad.
I was like, hit him again. There was so many moments I was like, I wish he did that every time James Franco was on the screen. Because I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand him. It was as much as they want you to like think James Franco is lovable in the movie, he's annoying. And it doesn't help that he's involved with a lot of the things in the movie that are not only lame, but they take a long time to build up an obvious joke. At the beginning of the movie, they're doing a tour of the house, and for no reason, there's a moose that's soaked in piss. A moose.
Boy.
Now,
and the moment you see it,
well, here's the thing. You know that you don't have that much piss in a movie unless they do something with it, unless they soak people with it. And you sitting there for an hour, like, okay, you know what? Just hurry up, bust the fucking piss out, do something with it. Sure enough, an hour later, sploosh. You know, and when they do that, it's like, all right, not funny because we knew this shit was happening. We waited an hour for this payoff right here. But they're like, no, but wait. As a bonus, we got moose balls with it. When they come out, there's moose balls that's on the kid's face right there. And I've seen this joke going through Hollywood. This is what I was talking about with Bad Santa 2. Bad Santa 2 had a ball sack montage.
A litany.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And this time they like, oh, but we're different. We moose balls. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. I don't even know if moose balls look like that. That's kind of flat, even in death. But Mark, you ain't done your research, Mark? You mean you don't know what moose balls look like? Look like a latex glove. It's like, really? You think that makes it better because you put moose balls up in there? And the whole time, and I don't know. See, this is where I get really pissed. Because I'm looking at that. Shut the fuck up. I'm sitting next to you.
That wasn't me.
But you appreciated it, though.
Give in.
You know what? My son.
The dark side is strong in this one.
If we go to Dallas and we get Airbnb, that's going to be you and me right there.
I'd rather not.
I'm going to teabag your ass.
I would rather
In a river of piss.
Yeah, in a river of my piss. Right there. Yeah, I'll give you pissed. Corey Goodwin. I know what you up to.
That shit you pulling.
I know the shit you pulling. I got you. Preemptive strike. But nah, man. This is where I get really angry right here. I get pissed about. Yeah, this is where I get really angry because I'm looking at this and at this point I'm just irritated. I'm mad. And the whole crowd is just going crazy behind me. The crowd is just. They got that guy, that wheezing guy.
Yeah, Dom DeLuise in the back.
Yeah.
And then
Took a break from one of the giggle snort hotel.
and then they show this, and then one guy when he saw the balls, that I'm not lying. One guy behind me actually yelled out, the balls. I was like, I'm like, man, yeah.
I think that was the same dude that we heard in the like front row. It was like, like 30 seconds later, those balls. Jesus Christ, man.
There's a scene in the start where they establish Bryan Cranston's nickname at the office is Big Cheese because he's the boss. And the first time they call him Big Cheese, that dude lost his shit.
Oh my God.
You remember that? He just went, ha! Big Cheese! Ha!
Yeah. We had those dudes behind us too, man. Those guys that were just repeating everything in the movie.
Studio plants.
Yeah.
I feel like they are, man. There's some shitty things we have seen, and then there's just people just cracking up at them.
And just saying dumb shit. This is how you know that this movie's bullshit. Like I like cheese. Cheese is delicious. So fuck it. You know, I don't know what more to tell you, man. This is like, I mean, there are people out there who are gonna like it, but this is lazy. That's all I can say. I mean, if you like lazy comedy, if you just like, hey, look, if you don't like your shit too smart, if you don't like any build up towards anything, if you don't like anything clever, you just hey, you know what? Just say fucking. I'll have a good time. I'll make my day. Then this is the movie for you. Some things in there, like I said, made me laugh. They have a cameo in the movie that I actually chuckled at. I like the son in the movie. I thought he was actually pretty good. The son that played Scotty, Griffin Gluck, who was in that middle school movie that you saw.
Covered in the moose testicles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He did a good job in that.
If you didn't see,
he acts so much with that one eye.
Yeah.
Come to this.
Him and that moose taint, they should make a movie together, a road trip. But yeah, it's bullshit. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to tell you? I don't know what to say. Go ahead.
Oh, well, this movie is almost 2 hours long. It is 111
right,
minutes. It is fucking long, and it didn't make me laugh.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I did not laugh once. I didn't smile once. And the fact that we were surrounded by people just so excited to see it. I can only assume they were just so pumped to see the movie early, or we were just in a room of people who aren't very bright. And I don't want to believe that. I hated every character in this movie. There's nothing to attach yourself to in it. I was trying to think of anything to keep me from giving it a fuck you, and I honestly can't. I hate this movie so fucking much. Fuck you.
Oh well, hey.
Jesus.
Funny, that's what you said when I asked you to go see Bad Santa too.
Yeah, right.
It was a Kobayashi Maru for you.
You know Jonah Hill wrote the story for this?
I know.
He
I saw that.
did?
Yeah, he wrote this.
Because I saw two other
He
names
even made
here.
a cameo too. He was the guy that you talked to on the phone at the end.
And I'm glad he's fat again.
Oh, come that's just.
I think he's not anymore.
No,
I hope he gets fat again.
Is it that time of the season?
See the new John Goodman?
I know. Maybe those two just exchange fat.
Hey, you hold on to this for
you hold this.
Cloverfield.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it back for War Dogs. But no, man, with this movie, one of the things I did get at least a laugh or two out of it, and I can give it this: it's shot competently. Like it wasn't something that hey,
Participation award.
it is a participation award because we watched something else.
Look how crisp those moose balls are.
Yeah, man, that's 4K right there. But everything else, man, it's a mess. And the sad thing is, like, I feel like if this was done with people who it didn't have the budget it had, and it wasn't done with all these well-established actors, like there's Keegan-Michael Key, Bryan Cranston, Megan Mullally are all Emmy winners, Jonah Hill and James Franco are both Oscar-nominated people. So you're like, all right, I'm going to get some kind of substance in this film, and you get none of it, and that's something that it kills me. Like I said, I can't go as far as Gertz Wiz with the fuck you, but it definitely, like you said, is a somewhat bullshit. This movie is awful.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, what you bring up is Bryan Cranston was a saving grace for you because he's a guy.
I wouldn't say saving grace.
Well, you felt like you could identify with him. And I felt like that should have been the case for me because I try to put myself in his shoes. But I'm like, man, his attachment to his daughter at times is unnatural. It's kind of like Scarface with his sister, where it's like, do you want to fuck your sister? What's going on?
I didn't see that.
No,
I said
no. Worrying too much about her love life when she's 22 years old, that's unnatural.
The guy's crazy. He was ready to meet the guy and be like, oh, this guy's cool.
And they can't help but throw in the like, oh, he's stuck while they're having sex right above him. I'm like, yeah, man, y'all just can't resist anything.
Yeah, and let's not. This is what really makes me mad. Brian, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like I said, you can tell you going like, oh man, they're hitting it, boom, boom, boom. And he's like, whoa, it's like, dude, she's fucking 22. Get over it. You can't still expect your daughter to be a virgin.
Nobody wants to be in a room. Why are you making?
No. I don't mean being in the room. Just even before they even got to that point, he's already skeeved out by it. And I didn't laugh at anything. And matter of fact, I grimaced or was angry at most of it. If there was anything I liked, is that there's a cameo by some people who I got to go like, wow, they look like shit. And I'm in great shape, Freud. Just looking at them.
Even on the makeup, you like
even the makeup. Yeah, it was the first time I saw them with the makeup on, and they still looked awful.
It's like y'all just take that shit off.
Take
man.
it off.
I don't know how big that check was to let them show up.
But and like Korey said, it's like it's one thing to be a bad or terrible movie, but it's another thing to have these actors who we've seen proving themselves, win awards. That's what's going to get people in the theater.
Yeah.
It's extremely misleading, and I resent it on a whole new level just for that. And what's our lowest rating? Fuck you.
Yeah,
I guess this movie a suck my dick.
Is that worse or better than a fuck?
It's worse.
Oh, okay.
Man, we just invent new ratings now.
I know, right? How do we label this?
Well, I'm glad your family left before that.
No one involved in this production deserves to be happy.
Well,
Not one.
let me ask you this: would you say this is the worst movie you've seen this year?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
You didn't see Yoga Hosers?
I did not.
Okay.
That's what we watched last night. I was like,
You already saw it, didn't you?
oh yeah. I had to subject other people to that choice.
You
that's
made me
wrong.
watch it.
Yep.
It's worse than
Don't you
this.
ever refuse shit from me.
It's on Netflix though, okay? So yeah, it's on Netflix. If you want to check it out, get annihilated and watch Yoga Hosers.
And there's people that they waste in this movie. Cedric the Entertainer, don't even know why he's in the film. He does nothing. He's
wasn't doing nothing else.
he's just Cedric. He doesn't entertain in this movie at all. You know?
Adam Devine was wasted. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to bring this up.
Right, Adam Devine.
A lot of YouTube stars, and the second I know a movie is gonna be bad is when YouTube stars and EDM DJs show up. And Steve Aoki was in this movie. I said, "Oh my God!"
Oh, and Elon Musk was in the movie too.
Oh, yeah.
How they got him.
Mhm.
You know, it's like what they did with shit is bad when they get all these cameos where they say, "Look at all these people we got who would never do anything for anybody else." You know, somebody gave them a big bag of money to be there because they did the same thing with I'll say Zootopia 2, Zoolander 2,
yeah.
where all those fashion people showed up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, for no reason. But the person I think is wasted the most is Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston, look, I know that he's this dude. No, he's like, I got all these accolades. I've been off this coming off this hit show. Y'all probably think I got a big head. I'm full of myself. No, I want y'all to know I'm still a humble and real person. But this shit is beyond you, man. It is beneath you. You don't. In the movie, they make him. They make the great White. What's his first name? Walter White. The great Walter White. Heisenberg.
Yes.
Heisenberg. The great Heisenberg. They reduce him to a fart joke in this. He is not a fart joke. He has no dialogue. He speaks with his ass. This is, I'm not. Look, I'm not bullshitting. If look, for all you Breaking Bad fans out there, if that don't make you think that this is some bullshit, if that don't make you say suck my dick, then I don't know what will.
The thing is, man, when you look at Godzilla and this, you know what you're getting into with Power Rangers.
Is he in Power Rangers too?
He's Zordon, I think.
Zordon.
Oh hell, no. That shit. Let me just get my rating right now. Some old bullshit. This man has lost his goddamn mind. He don't need to do this shit. He don't need to do this no more. Why you doing this, man?
There's one part of this movie that really is weird to me, and it's in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. But when James Franco buys his company and he punches him, like, is that a solid reaction to have to, like, somebody basically bailing you
That's
out?
a whole other.
It's a whole pride thing. I mean, like the way it's cutting in the trailer, which is completely different. It's like he bought his company and go like, "Nah, I bought your company," which doesn't play that way in the movie.
Right.
Who cares? Fuck it. I'm tired of talking about this shit. Fuck this.
You want to see Yoga Hosers, man?
He's seen it.
Oh yeah, that was an honest reaction.
You can watch Yoga Hosers.
Don't you ever do that to me. Don't you even threaten me with that. That is not an invitation. That's a threat, man, when you do that to somebody. We went and saw Yoga Hosers. He'll tell you I was drunk.
We were all drunk and high. Let's not lie.
I was drunk. We were drunk. We were high.
They came in there like it was a party. The movie had already started. They're like, "Where's good with that?" Hey! I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, I was that person at the Alamo Draft House who should have got kicked out.
There was only,
you should.
Yeah, there was only 8 people in there. They would have kicked him out. They lost a good chunk of the audience.
Hell yeah. Kevin Smith paid me to be here. Yeah, I was drunk and high, and I thought, man, this is going to be fun. A shitty movie while we're all inebriated. It's like, nah, I'll sober up real quick.
That shit is a fun vacuum. When we watched it again last night, we watched it again, I was like, I laughed out loud. They're like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, I literally felt the fun being drained out of my body while we were watching it. And I thought it was funny. It is. People, It's baffling how bad that movie is.
I'm surprised you even saw that again, man.
I had to, because the thing wasn't me watching it and getting enjoyment out of it. It was watching everybody else around me being like, yeah.
How many people were there?
Three besides me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like,
Three
enjoy.
people where? At your place?
No, we went over to a friend's place and watched it. I was like, y'all, it was because we were talking
That is
about
no friend.
Yeah, he's no friend. He's the one making them watch it. And knew what it was.
We got a thing, man.
Evil.
We got to watch a good movie and a bad one. We watched Star Wars, so then we watched Yoga Hosers.
Wow. Yeah, man. Without a doubt, this is on my worst of list.
This is Canada. Oh, it's Lulu and Lemon.
Condescending riot girls. Colleen Coalition. I would like to invite you both to my party.
A senior party?
A senior party?
Oh, fuck you. It's man, even Kennard.
I'm telling you, man, it is one of those things that you had things like The Room and Birdemic and Corn Dog Man to an extent where they're kind of so bad it's good.
Yeah.
This shit is just so bad it is god awful. It needs to be seen, Martin. I feel like you have to.
Oh, Martin, you haven't.
He hasn't
Martin,
seen this.
You cannot make a worst of list until you see this movie.
And it is on Netflix.
It will not be complete. You have to watch this. It's your duty to watch this.
That's sad that I won't get to make a worst of list.
Martin, you gotta
have
see
to.
it, man.
You're gonna be really unfair to some movie that's on your list because this should take its place. I'm telling you, man, you have to watch this. It has to be seen to be believed, really. You don't even have to watch the whole thing. But once you in, you really want to see how far it's going to go.
No, there was a part when we watched it last night, and there was a joke that kept happening throughout the movie, and I didn't notice it the first time I watched it, but then somebody pointed it out, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'd never noticed it when I saw it. That first time. I was like, well, this is some bullshit.
Oh, wow, Easter eggs actually in this film.
Yeah, no, the one thing I forgot was in it, outside of the mold thing was the thing I didn't notice the first time, but the one thing I forgot was when they kept doing those intro screens.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Martin, you got to watch it, man.
I feel like I should not.
You owe it to movies this year to watch it.
Man, you got to.
You're not going to say anything to Stephanie about the proposal, right?
Is that a drone?
Learn spying on us.
What?
Do not mess with me.
What the